Back in 2020, General Motors surprised everyone by teaming up with the electric vehicle startup Nikola. This unexpected move left the automotive industry puzzled. Why would a giant like GM, known for its careful decisions, partner with Nikola, a company that hadn't proven itself much yet? What followed was a dramatic story that caught everyone off guard after this major collaboration. Electric vehicles had been steadily gaining ground in the automotive industry, and the race to dominate the EV market was in full swing. The first automaker to offer an affordable, capable, and reliable full-size electric truck stood to reap immense rewards. GM, one of the largest multinational auto manufacturers globally, recognized the need to make significant strides in the electric arena to stay relevant in the years to come. However, true to its risk-averse nature, GM had been relatively slow to enter the EV game. The timing was crucial. Tesla's success loomed large, and the looming introduction of the Tesla Semi heightened the urgency for traditional automakers. GM, while a giant in the industry, found itself playing catch-up. In a classic GM move, the company opted for a partnership rather than forging an independent path. The subject of this unorthodox partnership was Nikola, an EV startup founded by Trevor Milton, a college dropout from Utah. Milton, characterized by an overactive entrepreneurial spirit, had a few business failures under his belt before diving into the electric truck arena. Nikola's mission was ambitious: to become a leading manufacturer of battery and hydrogen-fueled zero-emission semi-trucks. The company garnered attention for its Nikola One, a hydrogen-fueled Class 8 truck, and secured a provisional order for 800 trucks from Anheuser-Busch, a move that fueled interest, investments, and additional pre-orders. In June of the same year, Nikola went public, and Milton became an overnight billionaire. The stage was set for Nikola to become a formidable player in the electric truck market. The unexpected twist, however, was yet to come. But was the GM-Nikola deal brilliant or a disaster? On September 8, 2020, GM dropped a bombshell by announcing a partnership with Nikola. The collaboration aimed to manufacture Nikola's new electric and hydrogen-fueled pickup truck, the Badger. The Badger boasted impressive specifications, including up to 906 horsepower, 980 foot-pounds of torque, a 600-mile range, and unique features such as water fountains and refrigerators. Under the agreement, GM would provide Nikola with its hydrogen fuel cell technology developed in collaboration with Honda, as well as the advanced Ultium battery. In return, GM would receive an 11% stake in Nikola, equivalent to a staggering $2 billion in equity. The deal extended beyond the Badger production. GM would become the sole provider of fuel cells for all Class 7 and 8 trucks outside of Europe for the next 4 years. Additionally, GM would nominate a director to Nikola's board, solidifying its influence within the company. The announcement sent Nikola's stock soaring by 33%, signaling initial approval from investors and industry observers. The strategic implications were evident. GM, a seasoned player in the automotive industry, secured a significant foothold in the electric truck market without shouldering substantial financial risks. The partnership allowed GM to leverage existing technology and engineering, offering Nikola access to cutting-edge developments. If Nikola succeeded, GM stood to gain not only financially, but also in terms of technological advancements. The euphoria surrounding the GM-Nikola deal was short-lived. On September 10, 2020, the Hindenburg research group released a damning report titled Nikola: How to Parlay an Ocean of Lies into a Partnership with the Largest OEM in America. The 67-page report meticulously detailed a web of lies and deception orchestrated by Trevor Milton and Nikola. The revelations were shocking and far-reaching. One of the most significant blows was the exposure of the Nikola One, the vehicle that catapulted the company into the limelight. Despite being presented as a fully functional electric semi-truck, the Nikola One was, in reality, far from it. Bloomberg reported that the truck was never completed, and during its unveiling, it couldn't even power itself. The lights on stage were powered by a cable snaked up through the stage, revealing a stage spectacle rather than a technological marvel. Multiple whistleblowers came forward, exposing the fabrication of achievements and the desperate scramble for loose parts during the Nikola 1's unveiling. The report unraveled a tale of deception, where artists stenciled H2 and zero emission on the truck despite lacking any hydrogen components. The prototype's shortcomings were further exposed when it was revealed that it had to be towed to the top of a hill and rolled down to create a false impression of motion. Milton's dishonesty extended beyond the Nikola 1 debacle. In 2019, he claimed that Nikola's headquarters were entirely powered by 3.5 megawatt solar panels installed on the roof. Aerial photos, however, contradicted this assertion, highlighting yet another falsehood. The report exposed a pattern of deception with promises of revolutionary battery technology and internal component manufacturing, proving to be nothing more than smoke and mirrors. The Hindenburg report sent shockwaves through the automotive industry, triggering a federal investigation by the Department of Justice into Milton's lies and the misleading of investors. Faced with mounting pressure and the looming threat of legal repercussions, Trevor Milton resigned as Nikola's executive chairman. The damage to Nikola's reputation was severe, but the bigger question emerged. What would GM do in the face of these revelations? The situation took an even darker turn when two women, one of whom was revealed to be Milton's cousin, accused Trevor Milton of sexual assault. This added a new layer of complexity to the already tumultuous narrative. Milton vehemently denied the allegations, but the cloud of controversy surrounding him grew darker. Surprisingly, GM chose to stand by its deal with Nikola, despite the evolving scandal. The company issued a statement condemning sexual harassment and abuse, emphasizing its commitment to addressing such serious allegations. The partnership negotiations continued, leaving industry observers perplexed by GM's resilience in the face of escalating turmoil surrounding Nikola. The question that echoed through boardrooms and automotive forums alike was, why was GM sticking with Nikola amid lies, fraud, and a burgeoning sexual assault scandal? The answer? It seemed lay in the calculated nature of the deal. From GM's perspective, the partnership with Nikola presented minimal financial risk. The agreement included multiple exit options, and GM could leverage technology it was already developing. If Nikola crumbled under the weight of its scandals, GM's losses would be relatively contained, a temporary black eye on its reputation perhaps, but no substantial financial fallout. The real genius of the deal emerged in its potential upside. If Nikola managed to navigate through the storm, GM stood to gain not only financially, but also strategically. The partnership offered GM a stake in a company positioned to make waves in the electric truck market. Furthermore, GM's role as the sole provider of fuel cells for Nikola's Class 7 and 8 trucks could position it as a key player in the emerging hydrogen-fueled commercial vehicle sector. From a reputation management perspective, GM cleverly positioned itself to stay under the radar. Nikola would handle branding, sales, and repairs of the EVs, shielding GM from potential customer complaints. For the average consumer not closely following finance and automotive news, GM's involvement might go unnoticed. In February 2021, Nikola announced that it would be delaying the start of production of its electric semi-truck by 2 years. The company also said that it would be restructuring its leadership team and would be taking steps to improve its corporate governance. Nikola's stock price has continued to decline in recent months, and the company is now valued at less than half of what it was worth when the GM partnership was announced. In conclusion, what initially appeared as a promising collaboration for General Motors has turned into a complex and challenging situation. The unexpected partnership with Nikola in September 2020 set off a chain of events that caught the automotive industry off guard. The future of the GM-Nikola partnership remains uncertain, and GM faces the dilemma of balancing potential gains with reputational risks as Nikola navigates through its challenges. The story serves as a cautionary tale in the rapidly evolving landscape of electric vehicles and strategic alliances in the automotive industry. In a surprising turn of events, the truck manufacturer Nikola announced the wholesale sale of 35 hydrogen trucks since the commencement of serial production in September. While Nikola has sold 35 hydrogen trucks wholesale, an additional 7 hydrogen trucks have been produced. 3 of these are undergoing field tests with an undisclosed fleet partner. 2 are in continued validation and engineering phases, and the remaining vehicles are allocated for service training and customer demonstrations. Nikola plans to disclose the exact revenue generated from the sale of these 35 trucks during its Q4 earnings call in February. However, the positive announcement resulted in a relatively modest 10% surge in the company's share price, which has struggled, closing at less than $1 since early December. The journey for Nikola has been fraught with challenges, including financial losses totaling around $2.9 billion since its founding a decade ago. The recent legal troubles involving founder Trevor Milton, who was sentenced to 4 years in prison and fined $1 million for securities fraud, added to the company's woes. Nikola faced a $125 million civil penalty in 2021 as part of a settlement related to allegations of defrauding investors. Despite these setbacks, Nikola started serial production of its Tre FCEV model in September, marking a significant step forward after facing criticism for faking a working prototype nearly 7 years earlier. Only time will tell whether Nikola can overcome the challenges it faces and become a successful company, and whether GM's share in Nikola will ever be worth $2 billion again. Time will tell, but it sure doesn't seem like it. What do you think? Will Nikola ever be able to win people's trust again? Share it down in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for much more.